Hi, this is Beth Sinclair. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Michigan. And today we're going to be making a beach birthday card. Well, it doesn't have to be birthday. It could be thank you, anything else. But I'm going to show you this basic card here. It's an easel card. And I used retired paper for the paper. But if you have any left over, you got that. Or the stamps that go with the set, which are on their way for me, has got a stamp you can do to make this look as well. So I'm going to show it to you. Also, the card goes like this, and it fits in a regular card envelope. You know, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I used some specialty paper for my sand. Not on this one, but this one I did, and we're going to do that today. And I'll show you how you can make it look like sand and sparkle. Although I'm not sure if it looks sparkly in the computer, does it? Here, let me close it up and bring it up a little bit. Well, I don't see it, but it's just me. Trust me, there's sparkles all over this sand here. Because I'm using this paper. Oh, in plastic. Here, let me pull this one out. Maybe without the plastic. You can kind of see the glitter, maybe. But it is called Shimmering Stripes 12 by 12. And yeah, I believe it's in the online exclusive. Here. Oh, there you go. Now you can kind of see it. I had to get the light a certain way. Put this, oops. There you go. Now you see it. That's the glitter. All right. So, to start this card, first, the next one I'm going to make, I'm going to start this over again. I don't like this. Hold on. Hi there, this is Beth Sinclair. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Michigan, and today I'm going to show you how to make this little birthday card I made. It doesn't have to be birthday, though. It can also be thank you or anything you want to make it as. But this one, I didn't put a sentiment on even because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. These are a little different. This is paper that I sponged in crumb cake to make sand. This is specialty paper that I sponged to make with crumb cake. That one is the shimmering, what did I call it? It is, I gotta memorize the name. It's Shimmering Stripes 12 by 12. And I'll show you. You can see the glimmer right there. Oh yeah, you can see that. And the sparkles don't go away when you color them, that's for sure. It's still there. So, and they don't flake off either, like inexpensive Michaels paper. They're spark glitter. When you buy glitter paper there, anytime I've done it in the past when I wasn't involved with Stampin' Up, I get glitter all over everything. But their glitter's really cool because it doesn't go anywhere. All right, so anyways, we're going to, I'm going to show you how I made this card, basically, and how I glittered it up. All right, the card base today is going to be Pretty Peacock, and this is Pretty Peacock. This is from Thoughtful Expressions, and you have these pretty scenes here, and then you got the beautiful backgrounds, and that's what I'm using for my water today. Now, first we're going to fold this in the easel card way. Oh, and by the way, these are the dies I'm using. It's called Rolling Waves, and I love these shells. So, I like the ways you can configure them in a bunch of different ways. All right, so first you take your card base and you're going to score it at 4 1/4 like normal. 4 1/4. Then you're going to scoot back to 2 1/8, which is the big line between 2 1/4 and 2. If you're using this one, for sure. And what's nice, I know it's straight because I have it against this ledge here. Okay. All right. And after, I'll show you some other cards that I made with the set as well. So we just burnish this really good. I'm doing it both ways because it's a fun fold and I want it to fold nicely when I do fold it. And one more. There. Okay. So, first thing you know what? I need a piece of white too. I forgot about that. Where is that white I had? You need a piece of white. That's this side I didn't cut yet. It should be 4 by 5 1/4. So hopefully I got enough here. 5 1/4. Yep, it's 5 1/4. Make this 4. Oh, that's almost perfect. This is actually a scrap from other things I was cutting. All right, so then we take that paper, and we're going to use that to put our beach scene on. First, I've got this one. That we're going to put on top. I cut this one at 2.5 inches by, and you know what? It's a tiny bit crooked, isn't it? Right there it is. Oh, ugh. You know what? I'll give you a little bit of advice. Check that before you put glue on it, which I did not. All right. See if that looks a little bit better. There. No, I want a little closer. Just a tiny smidgen of white. That's all I want. There we go. So we've got that part. And this is a little thick, actually. I think we're going to be layering it over because 2.5 and 2.5 is 5. You know what? I want this one a little smaller. We're going to make that one 2. I should have made that one a little shorter, but that's okay. They're going to overlap a little. And that's going to be my sand, but we're not going to do the sand like that. We got to sponge it. And I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper. Okay. And one thing nice, I've never sponged anything, to give it color without sponging off on the paper. This, you don't have to, because you want it to be really heavy-handed. And see, I made it dark and I kept rubbing and it's not dark right there. It's really cool the way it does it. And since the stripes are going up and down, I'm going up and down to get the color in there between the stripes. You can do as much or as little. What's nice is sand is kind of variegated, it can be. So that's what this is going to be, a little variegated. Kind of gives it a realism to it, I'm going to go this way. Now, when I started making these cards, I used white to make as my sand and sponged it. Then I used fairy vanilla. I like that better than the white. Then I remembered, you know what I did? I grabbed some Wink of Stella, and I was trying to make sparkles on the paper. I didn't do it on that one, but one of them and it didn't go very far. I didn't see them as well. Then I remembered I had this paper, and I'm like, okay, this will work. I like this paper. All right, so this one is 2 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to stick it right there. And we're going to decorate it. Then we're going to put it on the card base. Then we have to do the inside. Maybe it's a tiny longer. It doesn't show that white there. It doesn't make a difference. All right, now we need stuff. Here's my stuff. I got shells in 2 different colors. I got 3 really. I've got crumb cake, gray, and the basic beige. Basic beige doesn't show really well. But this does, and that's crumb cake too. I'm just going to grab a couple little things here. Alright, I don't have a little shell. Where are my shells? Oh, there's one. There we go. Just random. Oh, actually, I want them random, but I also don't want anything in the middle because that's where I'm going to put my sentiment. So you could either put dimensionals on it or you can glue it. Now I put dimensionals on the bottom, so I'm going to glue these. Oops. And actually, give me one more little star. I think I want another one. I don't know why I cut them in gray. I saw a scrap and I cut it, and then I thought, oh, wait a minute, what is that scrap? It's gray. I don't want to do gray. I mean, I could. There. So that's the outside, and then your sentiment will go right in the middle. Now, before I attach this, I'm going to put another piece of that. This one is probably the same size as that. It's going to go right here. And I sponged it ahead of time. And we're going to put shells on that. Not yet, though. I'm just going to start by putting this in. Like that. And then I have a basic white piece. It should be about the same size. Goes right there. Oh, I forgot my waves. That's like the most important part. I'm jumping from the outside to the inside, aren't I? I'm sorry. All right, so right there. This is where you're going to do sentiment. And then this is going to go. Oops, first you got to glue it all, don't I? Forgot one. Okay, this is going to go here. But we got to get our waves on, and I have to sponge my waves. All right, so I've got this big one, and I have this little one. And I paperback. This time, I'm using Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to do this part. Oops. Oh, you don't want to go in circles. You got to be careful. Got it, because it's kind of fragile. The darker you have it, the more it'll match the paper. If you want. I'm just doing this little part. Like that. Then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to lightly tap the bottom. Kind of randomly. Okay, so that one's done. Then this one, again, I'm just going to do the bottom. Oh, that'll. Now, a sponge dauber would probably be better for that, but that's okay. I'm just going to do it that way. Now, this goes on first. Oh, and you know what? I should have done this before I did the... Well, no, wait a minute. We're going to take that off. We're going to take this one off because we're not... The glue didn't dry yet. Because All right, that's going to go here because this can go in the water. Starfish can. So I'm going to put glue on this. Okay, this damp little right here. Like that. This one, a little bit there. Oops, I got that all cockeyed. Huh. And this one is going to go here. Or I could flip it the other way. Actually, I flipped it the other way last time, didn't I? Yeah, I like it better this way because then it doesn't match and you got it going in and out. Now, this little star, I'm going to put this one, we're going to put more glue on it. And lay it right up here. Now we're done. Now, I only want glue on this bottom part, so we put glue on the bottom part. And we take this, close the card, and come here, close the card, and you're going to lay it on top of there. And it's only going to glue where you put the glue, and you want to just kind of measure it up so it's pretty much even all around the sides. Okay. Now when you open it, I'm just going to put it there for now. You can figure out where you want it to stand at by putting 4 shells. All right, let's look at this gray one. See the gray one? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, now I'll do that. And that. Oh, no, not that. And I'm just putting them on randomly. You know what? I think I will use a gray one. Just to be different. Just shells. Now, you want to figure out where you want it. And I'm going to use this one as my guide. And I'm going to put it there, and the others will follow. Oh, am I not doing glue? I'm not doing glue. I'm doing dimensions. Forgot. Right there. Actually, that one should, it needs more than, that should go 2 dimensions. Because it's a bigger shell. Right. That right there, and that's going to be where I'm stopping. So, it needs some enforcement. Oh, give me a little paper. Go. Okay. And then this one can have 2, because it's a little longer. That right there. There, now that's going to hold. And I think I want, oh, I'll do another gray one right there. And a gray one right there. And I'm just going to follow suit by putting dimensionals on all the ones here, even though they don't need to have it because it's not holding the top of it. It just looks right if they're all like that. Right. So, if you're going to make a card like this, what would you make it as? A birthday card? A thank you card? Get well soon, maybe? Or, congratulations on your vacation? How about that? That sounds like an idea. All right, I think it doesn't look balanced. I need to do one more right there. Because then there's 3 and 3. Yeah. I'm not showing. I'll go down here. There. So, there's my card. Ready for the sentiment. So, I'll show you the other ones I did. This one, and then here's one like it on paper. And I added some stones that are from they're in a paper pumpkin we had in March with the relaxing water side. They had some there, and also I had some in my stash from, a long time ago. I just like them. Those are another thing you can put in here, too. And then here's this one. And then here's some regular cards that are not easel cards that I made. I've got that. And this comes from Summer Happiness. This with the coordinating dies. And then this one. And here I put a little bit of dots. And there's so many stamps that have dots in it just to make it look a little more textured. I was about that one. These, by the way, are also in the, it's in this one. And these are cool because they don't cut all the way. So you get layers and you can mix them up with the colors and stuff. That one. Then I threw a chair in there because you need to have a chair. And then I got that one. So these are the ideas I started off with. And using, the same paper. Although this is paper that is the back of, where did it come from? I know where it came from, don't I? Yeah, it's this one. That paper. It's the waterside retreat paper. It had the water on it, see? So, that's where that came from. There we go. So, what do you think of my card? Do you like it? And what would you make it for? Alright, well, thank you for watching my video. And have a nice weekend.